Hey guys, welcome. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and do our Unit 3 study guide for our review video today. And we're going to actually start with number 6. We did 1 through 5 in class, so let's go ahead and start with number 6 today. So number 6 here. And it says find the x and y intercepts. So we actually have to look at number 5, and our graph is y equals 2x plus 5. Okay. Well, there's two ways I can do this, and I'm actually going to do it by graphing first. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to graph this. Now we know how to graph. We want to graph y equals mx plus b. So this is in the form of y equals mx plus b. So m is my slope. So I get my m is 2 over 1, and x, or my b, sorry, my y-intercept, is going to be 5. So we're going to start at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a nice dot right there. And then my slope is up 2 over 1. So we'll put some dashes on our graph here. You actually have a graph, which makes yours easier than mine. Yeah, this is number 6. Yeah. So, now, I want to get my y and x-intercept. That's my goal. So I want to get the x-intercept, and then I want to get the y-intercept. Okay, well, I actually have my y-intercept. It's at 5. So my answer is 5 for my y-intercept. 0 for my x, 5 for my y. There's the point. It's right there. I want my x, so I want to go down. Instead of going up 2 over 1, that's going to take me up here. I want to go down. So I'm going to go down 1, 2 over 1. Okay. I'm still not there yet. I'm going to go down 2 again. Down 1, 2 over 1. Whoops. Let's not change the color. Down 2 over 1. So that's right there. And then we got to go down 2 over 1 again. So my line's something like that. Now, if you notice, it's not going to go perfectly through here. It's going to hit it right in the halfway point. So that's actually negative 2.5. Okay, so we end up with negative 2.5 as my x-intercept. Now, there's a better way to solve this, and we're going to show you that in the next problem. So if we go over to question number 7, we'll see a better way or method to solve this. So number 7 asks me to find the x and y intercept. We have negative 7x plus 3y equals 21. Now there's an easier way to do this. To find the x and y intercept, we know that the x-intercept is going to have an x value and a 0. The y-intercept is going to have a 0 for an x and a y value. So to solve these, we just need to plug in some different points, or some different values. So if I plug in 0 for y, I'm actually going to get the x-intercept. So plug in 0 for y, that goes to 0. I end up with negative 7x equals 21. Divide by negative 7, and I get x equals negative 3. And there's our answer. X equals negative 3. On the other side, I'm going to go ahead and plug in 0 for x. So I get negative 7, 0, plus 3y equals 21. So this is going to go to 0, so I end up with 3y equals 21. When I divide by 3, I get y equals 7. So the better way to do this, instead of graphing and trying to look where they meet, would be to actually use this equation where we plug in 0 for y to get the x-intercept, and we plug in a 0 for x to get the y-intercept. Alright, we want to go ahead and find the slope of the line picture to the right. That is question number 8, and it's actually the picture didn't come through here, so you can't really see it. But the slope of the line, we are actually going to use the previous problem, my 2 points. So I'm going to use this whole point from this last problem, number 7, and that's going to be negative 3 comma 0, and we're going to use 0 comma 7. So these are the 2 points I'm going to use. So let's go to the next page and use those 2 points. So negative 3 comma 0 and 0 comma 7. So how can I find slope using 2 points? Pretty easy. Label my points and plug it into my formula. y2 is 7 minus 0. x2 is 0 minus a negative 3. This is going to become 7 over, this is 2 negatives make a positive, 3. There's my slope, that fast. Right? Nice. Okay. Moving on. I'm trying to do this whole thing in 15 minutes, so we'll see if we can get there. Alright, number 8, I had you, we just did, sorry. Number 9, I had you do this one in class, so we already did this one, number 9, so we'll move on to 10. Okay, it says find the slope. We get negative 4x plus 3y equals 15. I want to put this into slope-intercept form, and then I'll have the slope as my b value. To do that, we first need to add 4x to both sides. And we get 3y equals 4x plus 15. And then we just divide by 3. We get y equals 4/3 x plus, this is 5. But my slope is right here. So the slope is 4 over 3. Okay? Alright, we're going to go ahead and pause right there. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. To you, that was not a pause, but to me, that was a pause of like a long time. So here we go. We finished 10. Let's go for 11. So here we go, 11. And number 11, it says write the equation line with a slope of 5 and a y-intercept of negative 3. So this is pretty easy. We just write y equals mx plus b. And instead of m, we're going to write our slope, which is 5x. And then instead of b, we're going to write negative 3. And we're done. Nice and easy. Number 12, we can do similar things. So write the equation of a line with slope and a point. So if I have a slope and a point, this time I'm going to use point-slope form, right? So I'm given my slope of 3, so we'll throw the 3 in there. And then my point is going to be 4, 5. So the 4 is going to go in here, and the 5 is going to go here. And there we are. We're in point-slope form. And it doesn't matter which form I'm in because it didn't specify which it wanted. Number 13, parallel lines have the same A. They have the same slope. That's what they have. 14, perpendicular lines have B, the opposite reciprocal slopes, and A, they intersect to form 90-degree angles. And C have the same y-intercept. That is incorrect. So it's not all of the above. The answer is actually E. Okay, so the answer is A and B, okay, only. Sorry, I got a box on my answers. Okay, all right, number 15. Let's get to number 15. Okay, so number 15 here. Number 15 says write the equation of the line parallel to y equals negative 3x plus 6, and it goes through point negative 3, 5. Okay, well, I know if it's parallel that I'm going to have the same slope. Okay, so I'm going to pull this slope out. So essentially I have my m is negative 3, and then we have x1 and y1. So we'll go ahead and plug that into my equation. We'll switch colors here. Y minus y1 equals m, and x minus x1. I have a point and a slope, so I might as well use point slope form. So that's going to be y minus y1, which is 5, equals our slope, which is negative 3, and x minus x1, which is a negative 3. Now they're both negatives, so I can actually erase this and say, you know what? Two negatives make a what? A positive. And there's my answer. Okay? Next one. 16. Now it says a line perpendicular, so 16 is a little different in the fact we have, sorry, not even written correctly here. Let's go ahead and write that better. We have negative x plus 4y equals 8, and my point is negative 4, 6. So first thing we got to do is we got to actually solve this equation for our slope. So we're going to add the x over. We got to solve for y. You get 4y equals 1x plus 8. Divide by 4. And we get y equals 1/4 x plus 2. I'm only really concerned about the slope. Since it's perpendicular, right, my slope is going to be the opposite reciprocal. So 1/4 is going to convert to 4/1. That's the reciprocal part, and then it becomes the opposite. So in this case, it becomes negative. So there's my slope. So we get -4 is my m value. And that's very crucial for us. Okay? So over here, we can write in our equation y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Plugging in what we know, this is x1, this is y1. We'll go ahead and switch colors here. And we're going to get y minus 6 equals -4x. Now I see two negatives, so I know it's going to become a positive, and we're good. Okay, so we had to remember opposite reciprocal, and that came from our question number 14. They have opposite reciprocal slopes. All right, number 17. Find f of x equals 3x minus 5 when f equals 10. Okay, so f of 10, that's going to be 3 instead of x. We're going to plug in 10 minus 5. So that's 30 minus 5, so we get 25. So that's what f of 10 equals. F of t would equal 3 times t minus 5. And that's actually our answer. We just replace the x with the t. We can't solve any further. Unlike this one, we could solve all the way to 25. So he thought it was hard, but it was actually even easier. And I think we have enough room to finish it right here. Number 18. Okay. How are f of x equals 2x plus 3 and y equals 2x plus 3 the same? Well, they are same. F of x and y are interchangeable. Okay, we can change them. We can change them out for one another. How are they different? Okay, how do these two differ? They differ in the fact that one I'm using function notation and one I'm using our basic graphing notation. Are their graphs the same? Yes. Okay, the graphs are the same. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I finished that in about 13 minutes, so that's pretty good. Not bad. Yay! Hooray, hooray, hooray! Alright guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, man.